Salam everyone, my name is Zohaib, and today I'm going to be going over how to get your LinkedIn profile connection ready. And what do I mean by connection ready? Well, I want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is on point before you go and start sending connections to people. And some tips and tricks that you can use when you are sending a connection to someone to make them personalized, to be friendly, and to really build a connection, right? So, why is a LinkedIn important, right? So, essentially, think of yourself as a physical being that's trying to be professional and take that and put it into the digital universe. Well, that's what your LinkedIn profile is. It's like a digital professional version of you. And if it's not looking on point, then people are not going to want to talk to you or hire you. That's just how it works. Like, imagine this: you came in tattered clothing to a JP Morgan interview and you were like, hello, hi there, sir. Can I have a job? They're going to be like, bro, like, did you just come off the street? You didn't even shower. Um, they might not hire you. You know, that physical appearance is very important. You could be the smartest person in the world, but appearances are very, very crucial. So let's jump right in to the LinkedIn profile. Uh, so we're going to just use mine as an example now. It's not perfect, but I'm hoping that my LinkedIn profile can get you guys to a certain level where, it's relatable and it's getting people to actually want to talk to you. Um, so the first thing that I always focus on is the profile picture, right? Your profile picture is literally the first thing people see. That's just how human nature works. So if your profile picture is you, at a wedding and it's a blurry, selfie that you took while you're eating biryani or something, people are going to be like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, and people actually have pictures like that. It's crazy. They'll take a selfie and then slap it on. That does not work. What I would recommend is find a picture of you, maybe someone else taking a picture of you or whatever, and throwing it onto a website like Canva. So let's jump into Canva right now, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about as an example, right? So um, let's make a random design. So I'm going to do LinkedIn profile, and guess what? Canva is free. So sign up for Canva. It is completely free. Um, there is no excuse as to why you can't do this. LinkedIn profile picture, boom, 800 by 800 pixels. It already has it for you, right? What I love is these guys already have a template, so I'm gonna just slap that in there. I'm gonna take this out because I don't need that. Maybe I want the color to be white because who cares, right? So the circle's there and all that. Now what I would do is essentially, let me see if I can find a picture of myself from the past. Perfect. I have this one right here. So I have this, right? Now let's say this picture was me at a restaurant and I just edited it to just be a circular thing that's highlighting my face and it was in the center, right? So now what I can actually do is on Canva, you have the ability to edit a photo and do background removal, right? So all you do is click that and watch this. This is crazy. Boom, my background was removed. Simple as that. Now I can slap in maybe like a square if I want. Yeah, I know it's brown, doesn't match right now, but I'm going to change that really quick. I'm going to change to like a light purple. And then you can just push this backwards. Boom. Now you have me on a purple background. I upload this on LinkedIn, and then essentially it'll be my face on a purple background, and it looks like a professional shot. Simple as that. There was no money that I spent on this. My wife took a picture of me while eating food. She was like, hey, can you pose for the camera really quick? So that's how simple it is. You can be at the park, you can be anywhere, just as long as there's lighting, you should be good. All right, so that covers your LinkedIn profile picture. Now, let's jump back into here. So your caption is super important because that's another thing that people will read, right? So right here, you'll see Kevin Pitchy, founder of P Studio, Madison Marsh, events and product partner marketing manager at Sunlane. One tip that I have is don't sound desperate. Don't sound like, oh, I don't have a job, I can't find anything, blah blah blah, because then scares people away. It's like, dude, why aren't you employable? Right? So I personally don't like to say like I am blah 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 blah. What I like to do is I like to indicate what I am an enthusiast of, or what I have focused on in terms of a career uh, initiative, right? So for example, I love advertising technology and marketing technology. That's the industry I always want to go into. So I slap that in there. Why? Because when a recruiter is looking for profiles to hire, they're going to search up keywords like ad tech and martech and all that stuff, because they're looking at people's LinkedIn's through their LinkedIn search engine, right? So LinkedIn has its own search engine like Google. And essentially what these recruiters are doing is putting in keywords, and then it spits back profiles. So if you're using the keywords that they're looking for, they're going to find this. If you're just putting in looking for a product management job, they're not going to find you, because they're not searching up just product management. They're looking up product management for this XYZ industry, blah, 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 right? And it keeps going and dwindling down like that. So please pick a niche category. If you're entry level, what I would do is do some research on what you're kind of interested in, talk to some people in the space, right? Of the role that you want. And this goes back to having a dope freaking profile picture. So if your profile picture looks good, people are more likely to respond. If you only have 40 connections, people are unlikely to respond. So connections and followers are also very important. So constantly try to connect. And then once you have a certain number of followers, right, and your picture is looking on point, and you have somewhat of a description, do not say looking for a job. It just makes you look desperate. I'm telling you, it does not work. I literally tested it out. I got more hit-ups from recruiters when I left it like this. I am currently laid off, so I'm casually looking. I had more recruiters hit me up with this than when I said looking for a job. Just saying. Okay. So for me, for example, I put specialize in retention for e-commerce. That's what I love. I love e-commerce, and I focus on retention. Retention is basically like keeping people within the ecosystem of e-commerce, right? So Shopify, whatever. That's my focus. So I would really focus on that subheader. Now let's jump into, uh, you know, other things. Like, let's say if you provide services, right? I provide mobile marketing, email marketing, blah, blah, blah services. So I throw that on too. That just helps if someone's looking for a potential contractor or something like that, right? Now, it's really up to you. If you have licenses or certifications, you can add them. And it's as simple as just hitting the plus button down here. I put in everything, man, because the benefit of putting in everything here is you are showing credibility. And I actually put the credential numbers there and all that. And the reason why is because it shows proof. There is proof in the pudding of who I am as an individual, right? So license and certs, if you have them, put them in. Okay, now this is the big one, your school stuff. Now, I am on the younger side for whatever position I typically work for. I got lucky, alhamdulillah, right? So what I do is I actually take out the years that I graduated. You don't need to put these. That's like a life hack right there. So if you're trying to demand more money and not get aged out like over a certain role, you can do that. I've actually taken some courses through Cornell as well, so they were much cheaper than actually going to Cornell, and I threw them in as an education. And why did I do that? Well, these recruiters are kind of biased. So if you didn't graduate from an Ivy League or some top university, like I didn't. So I took a course through Cornell, and guess what? I get indexed for Cornell now. So that's just a little life hack there. So I would see if there's a course on Coursera or something like that that you could take and, sneak right in there. Finally, experiences, right? Now, experiences are important. I may take out a few of these that are kind of irrelevant, right? Like I literally put all of my stuff from like day one, and this was mostly for my own like ego come up story. But what I would really highlight is put in the stuff that for like the job that you want. So if you've like, let's say you have 5 experiences, and those 5 experiences, 3 of them or 2 of them are actually relevant to the career, and then the other 3 are like, I sold bagels for a living, I cleaned houses for a living, blah blah blah. But then you're like, I want to be a project manager, and the other 2 roles are like project manager assistant or something, I don't know. Highlight those, write a lot of details about those. Honestly, you could leave these bottom ones blank. I might just delete them. This is mostly just for my own history. But notice how I put out all the details, right? Now let's just jump into one of these. Senior product manager at Zenlin. Developed and executed an agile product roadmap with a focus on building and owning the SMS product and driving its development from ideation to launch to measurement and iteration. The reason why I put all these keywords is these are product management keywords. I literally went on ChatGPT. All right, I'm going to show you this. ChatGPT. Boom, I log in. It's a free account. You can sign up with Google. Okay. Once you're in, you can say, like, help me write a resume with the following job description, resume bullets, description, and find that job description of the job that you're currently working at. Copy and paste that in there. I'm going to make another video on ChatGPT one day, but for now, this is what I would do. Then edit it, put in your metrics. Those are super important. So you'll notice 32% to 61% within 6 months of launch, 94% month over month growth, right? What tools I use, utilize tools like Aha, HubSpot, Product Board, Notion. Notice why I do this. It's because these recruiters, they're not actual product managers. They don't know shit. But what they're doing is they literally copy and paste the job description written by the hiring manager into LinkedIn, and then they start searching for jobs. And then vice versa. When you're applying, they have a portal that shows what percentage match that your profile is. And I'm going to show you why all these things are important. So just know you have to write all these details out. Okay? We're going to jump into jobs. I'm going to click on a random job here, co-founder or whatever. Meet the hiring team. How you match. 2 out of 3 skills. 8 other skills that you should have. What percentage, blah, blah, blah. All these details are here. Obviously, I pay for LinkedIn, so I have the premium. But basically, if you can afford LinkedIn Premium, I would get it because you get these details. But like, I literally have an analysis of how I compare to other applicants. And because of that, now I know that for a fact that the recruiters see the same thing on their side, and they're like, yo, bro, this guy doesn't really match up to the profile. Let's scratch him out. So make sure that this stuff is filled out. Have your skills filled out here and be real with those skills. Don't put some random stuff that don't exist, right? So I don't want someone who's never touched Excel in their life being like, I'm a master at Excel. You're going to look stupid. Just don't do it. All right? Be real with yourself. If you don't have skills, go learn them. Do free internships if that's what it takes. I mean, honestly, I did free internships. I know everyone hates on them, but I did it. So, and then finally, recommendations. If you can get recommendations from your last boss or last employer or some of your friends, like, look at this. I got people from my past companies that I worked at, my past boss. I even got it from a CEO. I just asked him straight up, yo, man, can you write this for me? He was laying me off. And then I asked him during the layoff, can you write this for me? And he did. All right. So let's just do a quick summary. Profile picture, the most important thing. If your profile picture is not legit, go fix that right now. Seriously, like, I know you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know, but just do it. All right, Canva. Sign up for a free trial to remove the background, blah blah blah. Just make that thing look tight and sexy, right? Make it look good. Then the subheader. Make sure that it's relevant and it's niche. Do not sound desperate. Honestly, just don't do it. It does not work. Right? Put in the metropolitan area of your city, by the way. I would recommend that. I still leave it on New York City. I should probably put it to Dallas, but whatever. Most jobs are remote now, so I just keep it as New York. Then I would go down and focus on your about, your experiences, and like I said, focus on those niche things, because then people will find you to be more relevant to them. So a recruiter will find you more relevant if you're connecting with people. If you're just writing, I want to be a product manager, no one's going to hit you up. But if you're like, I am a generative AI enthusiast, loves ChatGPT and ChatGPT 4, blah 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 blah, and I want to be a product manager for it. Obviously, not word for word. Use ChatGPT to actually help you write this. Fill that detail out, then paste that in. Then you're gonna start, sound more relevant to that person when you connect with them, etc. And they're gonna be like, "Oh wow, this guy knows what he's talking about. This gal knows what she's talking about." Then fill out your experiences to the best of your ability and put in metrics. Metrics are so important. Look at this, man. Bootstrapped an e-commerce agency from 0 employees and $0 in revenue with an initial investment of $500 to 17K MRR within, I gotta edit this a little bit, and 4 employees within 7 months of fruition. So there was a little typo, but I'm gonna go fix that. Thank you so much for watching this video and making me realize that. We all make mistakes here. So education, if you can, and if you didn't go to a good school, try to take a course through Coursera that's a life hack, okay? There's free courses out there. Just get the cert, put that thing in there, and say you went to that school. YOLO. Licenses and certifications, fill this thing out, and then honestly get recommendations. That's it. That's all you have to do. LinkedIn is super easy. If you could do that, then we're going to talk about how you can start contacting people on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for watching, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video.